for an evening like this, I don't know how to begin to thank everyone, but first let me thank our sponsoring churches, Abbott Lutheran, Broadway United Church of Christ, and Trinity Lutheran Church, and their pastors. The support is just awesome. This is the third time we have joined together to do this, and there's a redemption in it, because at one point I almost was ready to give up on this event for many reasons, but I'm just feeling so blessed tonight. So thank you very much. I can't thank you enough. Thank you to all our co-sponsoring organizations. My goodness, our coalition has been growing, and many thanks to them. Deep thanks to all our guest speakers and performers and flaggers. Oh my goodness, Mr. St. John and Mr. Gasal. The music has just been awesome. Thank you. Our Broadway choir, always, we are so blessed. Every Sunday afternoon we are just so blessed to hear them sing, and have them be a part of this evening is just such a blessing. Special thanks to you, Janet Weinberg. I mean, your history with our community and in this fight is just awesome, and we are very honored to have you be part of this tonight. Thank you. Many thanks to all the Candlelight Vigil and procession leaders, all the volunteers from GMHC's Action Center and areas volunteers and GMHC's volunteers. Thank you to the readers of the names tonight. These are people who these women have long history with the quilt. They really go back, and I'm really it was such a blessing to hear them reading the names, because they know the traditions of these reading of the names that began, well, it will be 25 years next year, with the first time we unfolded the quilt. Many thanks to Pat Dash, our wonderful sign interpreter. Wonderful. Thanks also to someone who's been with us now. This is his fourth Out of the Darkness, our DJ and sound technician, Glenn Thornton. Bless your heart. Beautiful, beautiful. Stage manager, Christine Caddy, thank you so much. She's filling in for my beloved Anita Ross Fine, who's past president of area, who would have been here, but we have been fighting a long fight with her husband, who's a dear friend, Milton Ross Fine, and we have been praying for him every Sunday, and he's been in the hospital for 3 months, and he came home today. So, it's great. Our Terry Lynn, our event coordinator here for tonight. Many thanks to the Maxwell Lawton's estate, who've given us these beautiful paintings of his that we have been using now for the last 3 years. I want to thank the International AIDS Prevention Initiative for these global quilts. Please, before you go downstairs for reception, really take a moment and look at these panels. This one just blows me away, from South Africa, for women prisoners, but not all prisons have bars. And then we have from Canada and France and Venezuela. Also, I have to offer a thank you to Gert McMullen of the Names Project, who created the 10th anniversary signature quilt. She has created all of the quilts that we have taken with us on the International Rainbow Memorial Run and Rainbow Flag events. It's just overwhelming to think that between the Out of the Darkness panel, signature quilt, that contains 10 years of memorials from this event. And then the area quilt was created for our 10th anniversary event 15 years ago. And we reopened it when we had our first World AIDS Day service here at Broadway 3 years ago, and added some more memorials. Please, now we have, we've been, over the years since we retired the big one, we've been doing smaller 3x6 panels. The panels that go into the quilt are 3x6, the size of a coffin or a grave. And soon, I think maybe next year, after that one next year, we will sew all of these new ones into a new 12x12. But please take a moment before going downstairs and leave a memorial on the new quilt. Many thanks to the graphic designer, Adam Fredericks, who's been doing this for us for about 3 or 4 years. Our media support from Krishna Stone and Jennifer McGuire. I have to thank the planning committee, my comrades. Jeff Wasaki, with International Prevention Initiative, has been with us so many years, but this year he is in Kingston, Jamaica, doing some really important work with workshops there for World AIDS Day. And Krishna Stone, I could be here all night, and we will never get to the refreshments if I say all that I want to say about Krishna. She's my sister and my comrade, and I could not have any better partner in all this work. She's just unbelievable. She's been doing this work for also many years. Special thanks to the Keith Haring Foundation and Julie Brun as executive director. The Keith Haring Foundation has been sponsoring and basically has been Area's primary benefactor since 1990. And the use of Keith's art as well. You'll see also the program, many thanks to the group from Make That Feeling Come Again. We had a recent party just 2 weeks ago that raised money for Area and for Trinity Place, which is terrific, the LGBT youth shelter at Trinity Place. And also the group that does the Keep On Dancing parties in memory of Mel Sharon continues to support Area and GMHC and Lifebeat. And that's, in a way, that's how this new coalition, the new life that came into Out of the Darkness now 4 years ago, was because of that, because we came together to do these parties in memory of Mel. And these were the 3 organizations that Mel was most intimately involved with in his commitment to ending AIDS. I want to thank, there's so many people who are, as Francisco said when he asked you to raise your hands about how many people have been here before, and please, I really do hope you take his challenge to heart and do bring 5 people next year. But there's a couple of repeats. I wanted, when we were planning this, I said, I definitely, for the 20th, I want to bring back some of the all-stars. And Ron Grossman had spoken for us once before, and if you didn't guess already, he has been my doctor for over 40 years. He is the one who's responsible for me still standing here after living with HIV/AIDS for 25 years. We could not have done the 20th year without bringing back Reverend Baumgartner. She has, we first asked her to come to represent the faith-based community when I used to have, I have somebody from politics, somebody from medicine. So she immediately was, the voice of activism. She is the only one to deliver the call to action. Usually we've been doing the call to action, having several people doing it, but now we have Pat, we don't need anyone else. God bless you. She's not even with her own congregation tonight. She's with us tonight. Thank you for your message. May we all take it to heart and embody it. Thank you. Very special thank you to Broadway's director of music, Douglas Drake.
Yes.
With a song that has been such a gift, and it will be a tradition forever for this event. I came to Doug last year and I said, do you think we could do this song? I remember this is a song that we used to sing when we unfolded the quilt as we rollerbladed across across the country in 1994, and he couldn't find it, but he, like from some tape or something, he created the music. And so we are going to hear Patchwork Quilt tonight, and please join on the refrain. And the lyrics are in the program. I have to also thank, there's so many cross allegiances here for me. I mean, between area, and I have to make a special mention about Tim Lunsford, who has been the Vice President of Area, and is when Pat was talking about the heroes of the crisis, this is somebody who, against all odds, just keeps persevering. He's unbelievable. And Broadway Church, I mean, this church is like my life now. It is like, I can't imagine, not being connected to this church. I will be, till the day I die, Broadway Church will be a part of me. And a special thanks to our pastor. It's unbelievable that he has become my greatest guru, my greatest spiritual teacher. You give me such strength. And Jennifer Panera, our office administrator, has done over and above for not only for the church but for Area 2. Thank you, Jenny. And I want to thank, there are a lot of people here who have been here for so many years. And I just, thank you, all of you, for being here and being part of it. But people like Ellen, who's been here so many years, and Dan Sullivan, who is also my physical therapist for over 20 years and also responsible for me being able to stand here. It's a very humbling experience to be here with you all tonight. I think I'm almost done with the thank yous. But after we hear Patchwork Quilt, I'll make one more pitch and remind you about the reception.
And may we thank you.
Oh, thank you. I got to do this for you. I've done this many years over the years, especially when we were outdoors. The first 5 years we were doing this outdoors, and I finally said, well, we can't keep doing this outdoors, so I get my volunteers out here, and then we would be down at City Hall reading names for an hour. Thank God we finally moved it inside. But it's a quote that I got from David Summers, who I always consider being one of the first AIDS activists. He was the first person with AIDS, I think, to go public. He was on the Phil Donahue show. And at a vigil many years ago, we're talking like 27 years ago maybe, he quoted a quote from Robert Kennedy in Cape Town, South Africa in 1966. And I used it all the way around America on the run. It is a constant mantra, and for the 20th anniversary, I have to bring it back and share it with you. Let no one be discouraged by the belief there is nothing one man or one woman can do against the enormous array of the world's ills, against misery and ignorance, injustice and violence. Few of us will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and in the course of all those actions will be written the history of this generation. It is from numberless, diverse acts of courage and belief that human history is shaped. Each time a man or a woman stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lot of others or strikes out against injustice, he or she sends a tiny ripple of hope. And crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current that can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance.